GreatTastesMB.ca is your online source for over 300 tried and true recipes, full episodes on demand, and exclusive behind-the-scenes content, including features on Manitoba's farm families. Subscribe today.
Completely pulsable, completely possible. Manitoba Pulse and Soybean Growers tonight with Chef Gordon Bailey, and we're now gonna flip and do something totally different here, something sweet. A granola bar, chocolate chip and cranberry lentil granola bars. Of course, granola bars are great in lunches and just for a quick snack. But instead of buying them, why don't we make our own here tonight?
Why don't you make them? Exactly.
Let's do it. All right.
So these ones are packed with protein as well, because what we're going to do for the base is we're going to use red lentils.
This is kind of blowing my mind right now.
Right? Having the red lentils in there, and when you get everything, all these ingredients added together, it's not even like you're going to taste the lentils. Not that that's a bad thing, but you're not even going to taste it. You're going to think it's a regular.
Something sweet. It's like you kind of have to make that jump a little bit, but you're saying, nuh-uh, when we're done, it's just going to be good.
A delicious granola bar.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to add corn syrup to my cooked red lentils. Now, the thing with red lentils is they cook really, really quick.
They do, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so I usually use like about twice as amount of water to the dried lentils, but they're gonna cook in a fraction of time, like 10, 15 minutes.
And you don't pre-soak lentils?
No, red lentils, don't pre-soak them.
Right.
No, go straight up.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got our corn syrup to our red lentils. You could, if you want to, use maple syrup.
Sure.
You could use honey.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want to have that maple flavor, go ahead, use maple syrup.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna add our oats.
Okay, so oats, by the way, nutritional absolute powerhouse. Is you need 8 amino acids, like the human body needs, and of the 8, there are 6.
6 out of 8
in the oats.
Yeah.
So very, very healthy. And another interesting thing is that we have red lentils, we have oats. There's some flaxseed in there as well that you had already put in.
Mixed in with the oats.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then we've got this is some wheat flour, correct?
Whole wheat flour,
Yeah.
cinnamon.
Yeah. And so all of those, typically, the folks that grow wheat are also growing a lot of, or some of these other products, canola as well. So again, all local products, and we're very excited to feature them on the show.
And super healthy for you.
Super, super healthy.
Okay, so I've got my cinnamon in there. I'm gonna add a little bit of vanilla. Added a little pinch of salt, because even when you're baking, you always want to add a little pinch of salt. It's gonna be a flavor heightener.
Is that what that does?
Yes,
I've
it does.
often wondered about that. I can skip the salt. Don't skip the salt.
Don't skip the salt.
Don't skip the salt.
You don't want to add too much. I mean, I got a pretty funny story about like someone adding a lot of salt into a pie that got out for sale somewhere. But anyways, we'll cover that another
like
time.
Salt cod?
It was like a salt banana cream pie. It was pretty intense. Okay, so we're just gonna fold these ingredients together. Okay, and then lastly, what we're gonna do, you can use whichever fruit you want, dried fruit. You could use apricots. You could use dehydrated apple chunks, whatever your go-to
Little
dried
mango,
fruit is.
that's where my
Sure,
head always goes.
totally.
Yeah.
Cranberries.
Very nice.
And of course, dark chocolate. Now, you know what? Dark chocolate, people always think is going to be like a bad thing. Like, you can't eat chocolate. Well, for you.
Not
but
this
no,
person.
dark chocolate actually is very, very healthy.
Yeah.
It is a good thing to maybe not overly consume in a day, but definitely having a daily dose is not going to hurt you.
Okay. So yeah, all of these amazing ingredients, and the whole wheat flour in particular, the wheat that is produced here in Manitoba is of the highest quality in the world. Super proud of that fact.
It is. So now what we want to do, once they're all the ingredients are incorporated together, we're going to go to our baking sheet.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to add this right onto the pan itself.
Okay, no parchment paper first? I thought
You know
that's
what?
that
No.
was there for. Oh, okay.
No.
All
The
right.
parchment is for this little trick that I have to actually compress it down so it stays a nice uniform shape.
This is always one of the things that stresses me out a little bit about making granola bars at home, because I have tried a few different recipes, is that will it actually, will it stick together? Because sometimes it doesn't work that way and it's a hot mess.
Right? And yeah, you don't want to, when you pull out a granola bar for a snack, you don't want it to fall apart in your fingers, okay?
Correct, but sometimes it does, so I'm curious to see how this all turns
So
out.
all we do is we take the parchment, and that allows us to really sort of press it down into the pan to get that nice uniform thickness.
Perfect.
Okay. We're then going to use a little lifter here, and I'll just get the edges nicely tamped down.
Perfect it, yeah.
And then what happens with this one here, there's all the ingredients, you can eat them raw. You wouldn't have to bake this one.
No.
But what we're going to do is we're going to have a preheated oven at 350.
Okay.
We're going to bake it for 20 minutes. Okay.
That's not too long.
That's not too long at all.
No.
Okay, so we'll bake that for 20 minutes.
Okay.
And then what you have is this miraculously wonderful granola bar that will stay together.
That did not break apart when he moved it.
Yeah.
So he's gonna cut me a little slice, big slice.
Yeah, well, what you know, if you're gonna be cutting your granola bars, I would go right down the center. And then you can have your typical
beautiful
granola bar size shapes. But,
yes.
Des?
Okay, we're gonna give this a go, but we gotta get Aaron back in here because he's gonna do beverage pairings when we come back here on Great Taste of Manitoba.
You're watching Great Tastes of Manitoba, brought to you in part by the Government of Canada and Manitoba Agriculture through the Canadian Agricultural Partnership.